guys know what this is? You're right. This is a bald eagle. Is she really bald? She definitely has a full head of feathers. But when the English first came to the United States, the word bald meant white. And so it's because of that white head of feathers that they were called a bald eagle. And just over time, the meaning has changed. Now, bald eagles, they're known for that white head, the white tail, the yellow beak, the yellow eyes, but they don't always look like that. When they're juveniles, when they first leave the nest, they're completely dark. Almost a dark brownish black looking. And every year they start getting some more and more white feathers. The first couple of years, alright, since everybody's attention on that, we might as well talk about that for a minute. What she just did is she went to the bathroom, but we have a special name for it. It's actually called a mute. And that's because she doesn't do number 1, she doesn't do number 2, we say she does number 3. She does it all mixed together, just one thing at one time. There's different parts to it, but it's all called a mute. And you can actually tell a little bit about the lifestyle of a raptor by the way they go to the bathroom. Raptors either do what's called a drop, where you gotta watch out for your shoes, or they do what's called a slice, where they shoot it out. What did she do a very fine example of? A slice, you're right. The raptors, like eagles and hawks that do a slice, build their own nest, and they return to that nest year after year. And they want to make sure that that nest stays nice and clean. So they want to be able to get it out over the nest. Think of a nest kind of like the shape of a bowl. Is it really safe on the very, very edge of a nest? No. So they want to be more towards the center and still be able to keep that nest nice and clean. So they do the slice. Raptors like the peregrine falcon that nest on a cliff, they don't build a stick nest, they don't have a lot of material there, so even if they do mute near where their eggs are, it's going to dry real quickly, flake off, or they can just get right to the edge of that cliff and drop it off. So they don't need to do a slice. Now, bald eagles, we'll go back to what I was talking about with their coloration. They don't always look at this. The first couple of years, they'll actually kind of get a lot of blotchy white everywhere, almost like somebody took a thing of paint and splattered them. Once they get to be about 3 or 4, they start getting with more white concentration of feathers on their head, their tail. The rest of them starts to get a little darker. And then by the time that they're 5 to 8 years old, they really fine-tune that coloration, really get that adult coloration. Bald eagles in the wild can live to be about 20 to 25 years, give or take. In captivity, some raptors can almost double their lifespan. So it's a pretty good age limit for a bald eagle to get to be about 40. Now, bald eagles in the wild, they mainly hunt fish. That's why they are found near water. Luckily in Minnesota, we've got a lot of lakes, a lot of rivers, and we've got the highest nesting population of bald eagles in the whole continental United States, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. Even though we've got very healthy numbers, there are a lot of things that still are affecting these birds. And one thing that we are seeing at the Raptor Center are bald eagles. A high percentage of them that are coming in with lead in their system, in their blood. We're trying to encourage people that to use alternatives to lead fishing tackle and lead ammunition. We've gotten it out of stuff that we use, like our lead and our paint, but we're asking to take that next step to get it out of the environment, because it causes neurological damage that is irreversible in these birds, and they do die from it. It affects a lot of other animals too, and there are other options than lead for fishing tackle and ammunition.
Okay,
now,
that's it.